Hey VC, it's Jonathan, the Cheap and Cheerful Record Collector. So I got two things I'm going to do today. I'm going to do the Show Me Your Stones challenge, or thread as it were. But before I do that, I have an announcement. I have reached 1,000 subscribers. I am completely blown away. I can't believe that the little channel I started 2 years ago, whatever it was, that if I was happy, I would have gotten a dozen or 2 dozen subscribers. When I reached 100, I couldn't believe it, and now I'm up to 1,000. So I really, really want to thank all my subscribers, everybody who takes the time out of their day to watch my little videos. I just really, really appreciate it. It's quite humbling. It's really amazing that 1,000 people out there taking their time to watch my little videos. So thanks so much again. And if you're a watcher and not a subscriber, hit that little button down there and subscribe. Okay, thanks again. I'm not going to do a contest. I did a contest on my 800, which was fairly not that long ago, so I'm going to let it go at this point. But thanks everybody so much. I really, really appreciate it. The thread started by Bobby Gass is Show Me Your Stones. So let's get into it. I placed mine pretty much on chronological order. First one is the American version of England's newest hitmakers, Rolling Stones. Everybody's shown this recently, no problem. Next album is a UK pressing, and in England they call this just Rolling Stones #2, which is actually very similar to what we call in the United States Rolling Stones Now. As you see, the backs are the same, but the records are in different order and they have different songs on them. The UK version, side 1, starts off with Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, Down Home Girl, which is the same as the Americans, You Can't Catch Me, both same on both. But then the English one goes to Time Is On My Side, What a Shame, and Grown Up Wrong. And the Americans have Heart of Stone, What a Shame, and Mona. Side 2, they both start off with Down the Road a Piece, but then the UK version has Under the Boardwalk, I Can't Be Satisfied, Pain in My Heart, Off the Hook, and Susie Q. The Americans have Off the Hook, Pain in My Heart, which is the same song but different order, Oh Baby, We Got a Good Thing Going, Little Red Rooster, and Surprise, Surprise. I mean, I grew up with the American version, and I love Little Red Rooster, so that's the difference. Similar, but, you know, not exactly the same. Quick thing, I only saw the Stones once, and that was at the Steel Wheels tour at Shea Stadium. Quick story, I got tickets, about to go into Shea Stadium, and I run into my cousin, who's outside scalping tickets, which was illegal in New York at the time. And he saw me, he says, oh, listen, give me where your seats are. If I can't get rid of these tickets I'm trying to scalp, I'll come get you. So I gave him my seat number, and we go up, and we're like in nosebleed territory, way up in the middle of nowhere in Shea Stadium. And the first act, which was Living Color, is playing, and they're like, you know, tiny little mouse people or ant people way down there. And halfway through the set, my cousin comes up and he goes, I couldn't get rid of the tickets, come with me. So he leads us down, we go down to the floor in Shea Stadium, takes us all the way down, basically a 15th row, dead center. It was unbelievable. So we got there before the Stones came on, and then the Stones came on, we were right there in the dead center, middle of the row, 15 row back. And in the middle of the show, they break into Little Red Rooster, which I knew they'd recorded, but I didn't expect them to do that as part of their act. It was sort of an obscure blues song. And out from the side comes Eric Clapton playing lead guitar. So got Eric Clapton sitting there jamming with Keith Richards. It was really great. So that was a real highlight of the show, and it was a great concert, great concert. Started to rain a little bit, nobody cared. It was great. That was the only time I got to saw the Stones, and it was quite a show, absolutely. All right. Then we have December's Children and Everybody Else's. This is a US stereo pressing of that. Then we have Out of Our Heads, nice mono copy. After that, they came out with Aftermath, which has, Painted Black, Lady Jane, Under My Thumb, Flight 505. Great songs in this album. Really great. And then you have Between the Buttons. I got two versions of this. I have the UK stereo version and the American stereo version. Again, different songs. On the UK version, side one has Yesterday's Paper, My Obsession, Backstreet Girl, Connection, She Smiled Sweetly, Cool, Calm, and Collected. The American version has Let's Spend the Night Together, Yesterday's Paper, Ruby Tuesday, Connection, She Smiled Sweetly, Cool, Calm, and Collected. UK version, side two. I think they're pretty, again, has All Sold Out, Please Go Home, Who's Been Sleeping Here, Complicated, Miss Amanda Jones, and Something Happened to Me Yesterday. The American version has All Sold Out, My Obsession, Who's Been Sleeping Here, Complicated, Miss Amanda Jones, and it's basically the same on the second side, right? Yeah, basically the second side's the same. So two copies of Between the Buttons, the UK and the US version, both stereo, unfortunately. Then we have Satanic Majesty's Request. When this first came out, this was not looked on very highly. Everybody thought it was just a rip-off of Sgt. Pepper's or their answer to Sgt. Pepper's. But in the years since, it has gotten a lot more respect. The original marble inner sleeve. So I love this record. Always loved it. Loved a lot of the songs on it. But again, first came out, didn't get a lot of respect, and as years have gone on, it's gotten more and more respect as a great record. And then the Stones went into what I think, for the next 4 albums, maybe the greatest 4 rock and roll albums ever released by one band in a quick span of time. Starting in 1969 with Beggar's Banquet. I think this is the last album Brian Jones was in. And this is a US version, but great album. Then Let It Bleed. After Let It Bleed, they came out with Sticky Fingers. And this is a original with a zipper. This is the Andy Warhol did this label. So Sticky Fingers. And then to finish off the 4 in a row of fantastic records was, I forget the name of this. I gotta do it again. Exile on Main Street, of course. Exile on Main Street, which was recorded in France at a chateau that they rented and lived there for a while. And just, again, when this first came out, this did not get a lot of great reviews because they just had finished doing 3 amazing records. Beggar's Banquet, Let It Bleed, and Sticky Fingers. They were really flying at the top of their game. And when this came out, people were a little bit disappointed. But again, over time, people have come to appreciate this, and it is a fantastic record. 2 record set, Exile on Main Street. So those 4 records, I think, don't know any other rock band that came out with 4 records in a row that are as amazing as those 4 records. All right. Then they had Goat's Head Soup. It's Only Rock and Roll. 2 solid records for sure. Then, I don't know, Black and Blue. Men's and Men's. A couple of bits cuts on it, but not up there with their best for sure. Live album, Love You Live. This is another Andy Warhol cover. Love You Live. Decent album for sure. Then Some Girls. I think this is an original with the movie stars on the cover. Yeah, and from what I've read, it wasn't Marilyn Monroe who fought them on it. It was Lucille Ball and her people that sued the Stones to get their picture off the cover. I think from what I read, she was the impetus to get that done. Other stars might have joined her, but I think she was the first one to said they never had permission to use my photo and they have to remove it. I could be wrong, but I think pretty much I read that is Lucille Ball was the one that started that whole thing. All right, after that, then you have the Disco Emotional Rescue. It's fine. It's good. There's good cuts on it for sure, but again, a little too disco-y for me. They come back to form a little more with Tattoo You, which I know everybody really loves this record. I like Waiting for a Friend is fantastic. Start Me Up, Hang Fire, Black Limousine. Definitely a good album. Great cover. One of my favorite covers of any of their albums. Then I have Still Life, live 1981 concert tour, American Concert, 1981. And after that, I sort of fell out of the Stones. They weren't putting out stuff I enjoyed. I wasn't really paying much attention to them. I sort of let them go until they came out a couple of years ago with Blue and Lonesome. And I love this record. This is so great. It's what I like about it is that instead of picking blues songs that everybody knows, Hoochie Coochie Man or anything like that, they picked out a little more obscure blues songs, and they do them fantastic. So, only complaint with this record is that each side has 3 songs. So you got to get up and change it after every 3 songs, which sort of annoys the hell out of me, but a great album. And that's it for their studio albums that I have. Then have their compilations. So you have Big Hits, High Tides, and Green Grass. This is a nice mono copy I picked up. Flowers. Another comp. Through the Glass Darkly, Big Hits Volume 2. This is a German pressing I picked up. It shows you where you can cut it out if you want to, I guess. They show the little dash lines there. So that's really cool. Nice German pressing on that. And then Mick Jagger was in a movie, not a great movie, but a great soundtrack, and that's Performance, around 1970, I think this was. And this has Ry Cooder, Randy Newman sings Gone Dead Train, which is fantastic. Mary Clayton sings the song Performance. And, of course, Jagger does Memo for Turner. This is really a great album. Jack Nitzsche arranged and produced, conducted by Randy Newman. This was the time where there was rumors that Ry Cooder was going to join the Rolling Stones, but obviously not his thing. Playing Satisfaction for 25 years. I don't think Ry Cooder would be into that. Then I have this Get Your Yayas Out live album. This is an older repress from 85. It says digitally remastered from original master recordings. 100% virgin vinyl. This is from 85 repress. One of the better live albums. Really great stuff. Hot Rocks, 64 to 71. Nice double album there. This album, not really a Stones album. This is called Jamming with Edward. This is the album that every couple of years, it should be great. I mean, you got Nicky Hopkins, Ry Cooder, Mick Jagger, Bill Wyman, Charlie Watts. I mean, it should be fantastic. And it's not. And every year or so, I'll take it out and I'll spin it again. And I'll say, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it was really great and I just didn't catch it last time. And it's been years now. And every time I take it and spin it, I go, it's really not that great. But I keep it because it's sort of cool. I mean, it should be fantastic. Not so much. A couple more. Made in the Shade. Nice compilation. What we're listening to now in the background, Metamorphosis. Another compilation. This is from 75. And the last one I have is Rolling Stones Rewind, 71 through 84 compilation. So there you go. Those are my Stones. I want to, again, thank everybody, who made this 1,000 subs possible. Still in shock again. Yeah, thanks again. If you don't know Bobby Gas, definitely check out his station. He's been on the VC for a long time. Always enjoy his stuff. And let me see your Rolling Stones albums. Okay, hey, until next time, peace.